But speaking of church, man, I remember I told you a little bit of a juicy story that I heard this past week from a church that I grew up in South Florida, which is the Brazilian First Baptist Church. So there's this pastor, Pastor Silai. I'm gonna put all his
Damn,
business.
you really
got
got to put his business out there, huh?
Hell yeah, bro. What he did is wrong.
Damn, you just over here exposing people.
I'm exposing, bro. I'm gonna let people know this story. So
Naming them and shit.
Naming him. So about 3-4 years ago, he's the pastor of the church. He's literally been the pastor of that church since I started attending the church when I was like 7 years old, 8 years old. And in fact, he married my mother and her ex-husband.
Oh wow.
Yeah, exactly. So he's really like in the community like that. And he's the top Brazilian pastor in the United States. So he's very well known in our community. And
he's rich.
He's rich. Oh, for sure he's rich. He got that money. But so 3-4 years ago, he got caught committing adultery, which is a crazy no-no for the church community. And
meaning he was cheating on his wife.
Yes, he was cheating on his wife, and he got caught. And one of the pastors below him found out, and the pastor said, hey, it's either you tell the members what you did, or I'm going to do it. So
damn, that guy was waiting for him to slip up, huh?
For sure, bro, for sure.
He's like, bitch, I'm going to take your position.
100%. But also at the same time, it's like, bro, you're the pastor, my guy. You're what everybody in the community look up to as like, like you're supposed to be the epitome of all this.
Yeah. If you're going to put yourself in that position, you can't fuck up.
No. Especially if you're banking, you're making that much money off of all these people. Mm-hmm. They're expecting something out of you. And what they're expecting is you to maintain in line.
To be a saint.
Basically. So this was the night service at 8 p.m. He went up on stage and he said, I have a confession to make. I cheated on my wife. And then people started going nuts. Like women fainting, people like screaming like, oh my God. It just got crazy. And he said
Did he even finish saying what he was like? Did he even finish like the sermon?
For sure. Well, no, he didn't finish the sermon, but he basically just talked about how he's going to step down from his position. I wish
I was there.
Oh, me too.
I wish I was there to see something like that.
See,
I would love to catch that shit on tape.
Oh my God.
Fucking world star.
And of course they're live streaming, and of course they stop the live stream as soon as that shit happens. I'm like, bro, keep the camera rolling, bro. Like, don't you watch World Star?
You saw the live stream?
No, I didn't watch the live stream, but I heard these things. I want to
see that shit. Is that available?
I try to look for it. Trust me, I try to look for it.
Damn, they probably took that bitch down.
Oh, I'm sure. It fucks up the whole community. But yeah. So he was basically saying that he's gonna step down from his position and he's gonna get rehabilitated and work on his marriage and go to counseling and all this stuff. So he stepped down as a pastor, but he continued being a member of the church. And of course, the church lost a lot of members because people were like, yo, you're the pastor. How can you do this and tell us that we can't do certain things? Like, who the hell are you to say all these things?
Yeah. So
they lost a lot of money. They lost a lot of members. And a couple years later, the members of the church accepted him as being the pastor again. Like, I think like a year ago, they finally accepted him back as the pastor. He started preaching again and he became the main pastor. And,
Wait, so this was years ago that happened?
Yeah, this was like 3 years ago. And then last year and a half, they accepted him again as the main preacher. And he took his position again. And the church started building back up and stuff like that. 2 weeks ago, he's preaching in the morning at the 9 o'clock service. And the husband that he had an affair with his wife. Does that make sense?
The husband that had an affair with his wife.
So
No,
so
he
the
had an affair.
right. He had an affair, but the woman's husband that he had an affair with,
Right. Okay.
he shows up to the sermon and he says, "You bastard, you're still cheating on your wife with my wife." And then people go fucking ballistic. They lose their shit. People
But
are
people
like,
automatically like believe the guy.
"Bro, why would you go to a sermon and basically say that, hey, my wife is cheating on me with you?" Like, you wouldn't do that unless it's true.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I would hate the dude after the fact and like try to ruin his reputation too. But
Sure.
people just, assumed that he was right.
Well, I
He
mean,
could have been lying. He could have been just like, trying to ruin his reputation.
sure. But what happens? The pastor says, "This is true. I am doing this. I'm planning on divorcing my wife. And I love this woman, the one that he's having an affair with, and I plan on marrying her." In the middle of the service, bro.
Ugh.
So the members go buck wild. They had to call the cops because some members wanted to beat the living shit out of this guy.
Damn.
They started spitting on him. It got wild. Oh, and on top of this, to make it even juicier, Pastor Silai, the pastor, he's the one that married the woman that he's having an affair with and her husband.
Jesus Christ, what a freaking twist.
And imagine like what the guy that's getting cheated on is thinking. Like, they have 3 children together. Like, are these even my kids?
Ugh. Oh my god. Wait, it's so he's not sure?
Who knows?
It's been happening since like before they got married?
Who knows? I don't know.
What the hell?
Imagine that, bro.
Ain't no one perfect, bro.
No, there's nobody perfect. But if you're gonna be a fucking pastor, you better be the closest thing to perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? At least, like, all right, if you're gonna take some damn money, cool. But damn, keep your dick in your pants, my guy. Like, you're already getting mad money off of these people. Like, keep it together. Hold it together.
Damn.
Wildness, bro. So of course that taints the whole Brazilian community. And man, that church's been around since I was a little kid. I'm sure that church is gonna falter because there's no way it's gonna hold together, bro. They're gonna lose too many members. People aren't gonna go back to that shit. You know, there's that old saying of "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me."
Yeah, but a lot of people don't listen to that advice.
Sure, but a lot of people will, and a lot of people are gonna leave that church and look for other churches.
Well, they can just kick him out and get a new pastor.
Yeah,
They already
but
have like a whole system down, like a whole establishment, a whole church.
no, yeah, they do, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. If they already lost a lot of members the first time around, I'm sure they're gonna lose a lot more members the second time around.
Right.
And then I also saw a YouTube video on this guy in Brazil from Minas Gerais, where the pastor's from, making claims that he's had other affairs with other women.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. This guy is not meant to be a pastor, bro.
No, I mean, think about it, bro. He said, I'm gonna divorce my wife and I'm gonna be with this woman, which happens to be like 20, 30 years younger than him.
Oh, wow. So where is the woman in all this? Like, does she say anything? Is she there?
I don't know. I don't know details of that. But she's
'Cause
a
I'm
member
sure
of the
she
church.
Right. But I'm sure she got like, told a few too.
Oh yeah, for sure, of course. And I mean, think about it. Like, think about being the pastor's wife and sitting front row listening and watching all this unfold.
I'd be so embarrassed.
I wouldn't know what to do. I'd just start twitching my eye
show
like,
up there again. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's crazy how church members like knows everyone else's business too.
yeah.
Cause like I grew up in church, and my mom and dad were going to church, and like when they got divorced,
Mm-hmm.
everybody knew our business.
It's part of it, honestly.
Because I mean, Brazilians are already like that, and
Mm-hmm.
then mix religion on top of that, it gets even
Mm-hmm.
worse.
It
And
gets
like that probably like sometimes I wonder like why I'm so reserved, and that's probably one of the biggest reasons
because of
is
church.
because yes, like bro, I hate when other people know my business when I didn't put that shit out, like when I just told one person or my closest people that I thought were close, and then they go and tell other people, and then like by the time you know it, everybody knows your business,
Yeah.
especially in the church community, bro.
Yeah.
It is like one person telling the other like so quick.
Yeah. It. That's what happens in a community, bro. Because I feel the same way about just in Brazil in general. Because I remember when I would go to Brazil, and I have a huge family, but a lot of my family members live in like the same neighborhood.
Hmm.
And if one person did one thing, everybody else in the neighborhood knew what was going on, and it's just like a this whole drama thing, and
Yeah.
everybody's talking
See,
about everybody, and I'm like, bro, what?
yeah, that's the one thing I cannot get used to in the Brazilian community, bro. Like I am so reserved when it comes to that. Because of that, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know how it can get if you put out your business like that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like confidential information,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Nah,
Yeah.
it gets crazy, but yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with that community. I just know it's crazy.
Yeah. Church drama, bruh.